Morning, Flosstube world. We're really happy that you joined us today. I'm Shelly,
I'm Michael, and we are
and
the
we
Stitcher
are
Duo.
the, yes, I was off there. I know. So super excited to be with you all this morning. Today is Saturday, June 24th. You'll probably start seeing this on Monday when Michael edits. And I hope I don't have like a glare in my glasses. There we go. It's really dingy here today. It's dark and rainy, and we have storms coming this afternoon. So yeah, it's gonna kind of be an ugly day, but it's gonna be a great stitching day. I'm gonna be meeting with my Embroiderers Guild later today. We're gonna have a stitch in, so that should be really fun. Um, so Michael and I are excited to bring you another episode. If many of you saw our last episode, which was live about a week ago, we were together in Indiana. So that was super fun.
Raw and unfiltered.
Yeah, that was like no editing, no nothing. It was really fun. We had the best time. It was fun to be together in the same place versus doing it by Zoom. And we're both, in our own homes in our state. So I'm in New York and Michael's in Indiana. So that was really, really fun. So we had a really good time. So just on that note, I've only been back for just a week tomorrow. Um, so I started out around June 5th and headed up to Michigan to attend a funeral of a very good friend of ours. So I spent a couple of days up there and saw my mom and a couple of people. And then my mom followed me down to Indiana, which is about a 5-6 hour drive. Well, with their construction, let me tell you, the construction around Indianapolis is insane. Like just insane. Yeah, it's terrible right now. So we got through that, got to Michael's on the south side of Indianapolis and spent about 5 days there, which was wonderful. We got in on a Friday. On Saturday, we went to Brown County, which is a nice, they call it Little Nashville, which is a nice little quaint town. It's got little stores and restaurants and different things. And then Sunday, we just did some stuff around town. Then on Monday, we went to the Indianapolis Zoo, which was really, really fun. So we're going to
That
be
was a
posting a
blast.
bunch of, yeah, we had a great time. Some exhibits were being worked on and they're revamping some, I think, for the summer, but we had a really good time. It was super fun. And we're going to post a bunch of pictures, I think, at the end of the video. Um, and then Tuesday, just visited more. Michael and I did our video. And then on Wednesday morning, I headed to Cincinnati. And we all know what's in Cincinnati was StitchCon, was most amazing. Barbara, Stephanie, and Keepsakes, and all of the
Uh,
team. I can't even begin to name all of the team. They introduced all of them, and they're just amazing. Each individual doing what they do at StitchCon, it it just runs so smoothly, and it's so much fun. If you can ever get in or want to, absolutely, when they open up their registration, which I think like was in September. As soon as it opens, put in your information, and then in October, you'll get like the first round of invoices, and then from Stephanie. And then if you end up on the waiting list, don't be worried because this year she I think went through almost all of the waiting list. Um, at weekend B, where I was, there was a lot of first timers like I was last year. So this was my sophomore year, they call it. Um, had a blast, had an absolute blast. Um, so so we thought we would start with StitchCon and get that sort of out of the way because I got a few things while I was there, just a few. Um, and we have my grand kitty in the picture today. Gizmo is going to join us, I think, which will be really fun. He's so cute. They have another cat, Rusty, who refused to come out until we were almost leaving. He likes to hide, but anyway,
he's a scaredy
so
cat
yeah, yeah.
to
So
to
many
the
of them,
literal degree.
yeah, he really is. He really is. even if it's just me there, he really is. So StitchCon Table 18 is where I sat this year. I sat there last year, and I met many of my stitchy friends from last year came back this year. Two were not able to make it, but they'll hopefully be with us next year. So we had one of the gals at our table had table 18 shirts made. I can't see. Yes.
Me next year, hopefully.
Oh, yes. I wasn't sure what he was trying to tell me. Yes. So we're hoping Michael can come next year. That would be. So table 18, we had our table 18 shirts made. Took a picture with Barbara as well. So you'll see those pictures at the end too of all of us together in our table 18 shirts. So we had a blast being back at our table. So a couple of us brought some little table gifts, and so I thought I would share those first. And then I want to go on to what was in our StitchCon bag. You know, they always give us a goodie bag every year. And then I'll show you what I got at the annex. This year, I mainly went for fabric. And I did pick up a couple of patterns, wonderful trunk shows, absolutely wonderful trunk shows. And it was really, really fun. So one of our ladies at the table makes, they do like a cookbook for their family, which I thought was a really cool idea. So this was the cookbook that we got. It's just home cooking. So yeah, some really good recipes in it. It's from Generation Family and Friends. I thought that's a great idea for people that are wanting to do, or like, you know, in my case, I never captured some of my grandmother's, both of my grandmother's recipes. That would have been such a great idea to do. And then another gal at our table, she also quilts. So she made us this like sits over your chair. I don't know the exact name of that, but it sits over your chair and you can put like your scissors or a ruler or anything you want in these
It's a
little
caddy.
pockets. Yeah, it's a cat. Yeah, I
It's
guess a caddy. Yeah, and then this is the back. Isn't it neat? I absolutely love it. It's absolutely beautiful. And she's quilted
a chair
it.
caddy.
Yeah, chair caddy. So now it can go on my chair. And she gave us a grime guard because most of us use Q snaps, although you can put this on a hoop as well. But this is really cute and it's got kitty cats on it.
That's what I thought I saw.
Yeah,
Look
isn't
at
it
those
cute?
kitties.
Yeah. So, and then I gave everybody a just a thread drop ring with a little charm that said stitching on it. And then our other gal at our table, she was our first timer. She gave us a little baggie. It had a bunch of candy in it. This cute little bag. That cute.
That's cute.
I love the sunflowers.
Like little
She
flowers.
gave us
Yeah.
a pair of scissors. And I got some thread kind of to match the bag, you know. I can always use DMC thread. And she gave us a little needle minder.
It's a
And
gnome.
then
It's so cute.
we each got a different little meme of notepads. Isn't that cute?
Uh, uh,
And then she gave us a couple stickers. So I got a sunflower. Isn't that cute? For my book of days. I'm going to use this for my book of days. And stitch all things. And you are capable of amazing things. Such a beautiful quote.
it's cool.
So that was super special for them. And then on our way out of StitchCon on Sunday, you always get like a zipper pull that you can put together. I haven't put mine together yet, but here it is. If you can see, if you can see it, it's got like a little bike 2023 and a black cat. The black cat obviously represents 310 at the store. And I know I was talking to Barbara and 310 they didn't have in the store just because there were so many people in and out and they didn't want him to get out. So I believe somebody was taking care of him that day. I did not go to the store because I did plenty of damage at the annex. but I have been to the store and it's a beautiful store. If you're ever in Cincinnati, please stop by and see Barbara, Stephanie, and their team. They have it's just a beautiful store upstairs, downstairs, and plan to spend, some time there. So when you checked in at StitchCon, oh, I forgot my small gifts. I have to go get that in a second. So we got if you did the common threaded stitcher with Kia B recently, yeah, I ordered the same sort of bag, and so did StitchCon. So this is our StitchCon bag in this nice black and gray bag. Very, very
That
nice. I love it.
is
Isn't
so
it
cool.
awesome? I love it. And so I used it to bring quite a bit back. So inside this bag, we got an Ohio coaster. And we got, like our passport for the event and, that kind of stuff. And then we got to pick our chip we picked our chip at um, registration. So I had the white chip. So my smalls exchange was on Saturday morning. Then we got this little thing. He says StitchCon. Do you know what this is for? I did not know what this was for. I had to go find out because I had no idea. I'm like, what is this for? Like,
What is
it's
that?
not to pull a needle through. Just take a guess. Do you think you know what this is for? Come on, people, let's guess. It is to clean your glasses. So you take it off and you put it between your glasses and you just go like that. There you go. So I think it's for people also that wear like the
Seriously.
magnifiers, even like I do. So coolest item ever.
Seriously.
Kudos to Keepsake staff for that one. That was great.
What?
Yeah, yeah,
What?
yeah. I know. Isn't that the best? I mean, that is like the coolest
What?
thing. So that is going in my purse because that's being carried with me. Um,
My
so
gosh.
yeah,
The
yeah.
inventions we come up with.
I know, I know.
Jeez.
So super excited that StitchCon did their charity was for the St. Joseph's for the children there locally. So we raised money for them throughout the weekend with our raffle and auctioning off some items on Saturday night. So I believe that we left StitchCon with about 30 to 35,000 that was going to be going to this amazing organization.
That's
So
awesome.
I think that's just great. I mean, just amazing, absolutely amazing. Um, the just the auction and everybody, I mean, the raffle box was full. Like it was just full. Barbara was dropping raffle tickets when she was walking around. So it was, yeah, it was amazing. And we all had a wonderful, wonderful time. It was just for a great cause. So in talking to Barbara over StitchCon, I realized that her and her husband have bees for to help with the pollinating in their area. And so they have Twin Springs Farm. And so they did some beeswax, for stitching. So I picked one up to support that. And this is the little house, and that's the Keepsakes house.
Oh,
Isn't that
that's
cute?
awesome.
Yeah, so I absolutely had to have that. That was a plus. So before I get to my smalls, because I have to go run and get it in a second, let me go through some things that I got from the annex. So I really wanted to, like I said, I really went for fabric. I'm trying to really push my fabric stash. We're retiring next year and I'm trying to like up a few things. Um, so they're at the annex, and I'm sorry that I did not write her name down. There was a gal that had made some cards. So I picked up a couple. Here's this one. I think they're just adorable.
That is so cute.
And then this cat that's like all upside down. Isn't that adorable?
That that
And then this one.
that looks like Rusty when he's playing with his feet.
Yeah. So it was fun. Oh, and then at StitchCon, the Just Cross Stitch magazine editor was there. And she had a listening session with us, which was really, really fun. Her name was Barbie. And she wanted to get input about the magazine, why we don't subscribe anymore, what stitchers would like to see in it, articles they'd like to see, maybe highlight floss tubers, highlight stores, highlight just some different things, but to bring in, some people that do a lot of like reproductive samplers, there's just not a lot of this in here. For years, I belonged to this for years, and I had stopped my subscription about 18 months ago, I guess. And I was finding just a lot of the same designers, things just weren't speaking to me. So she gave us the current June magazine
Edition.
edition. Yep. And they were giving us a special. If you were at StitchCon, you could get 2 years for $25. So I'm going to think about that. But this was the June edition that she gave us. So and it was really nice to talk to her. She's the new editor. She's only been there a short time, and they do have a lot of really great ideas of things they'd like to do. So that's, I think, I think we're going to start seeing some changes within Just Keep Stitching. We talked about adding what I'd love to see, in your subscription, you get the Christmas ornament issue. Well, I'd like to see them add the Halloween one in too, so that you don't have to get that separately, even if you had to pay a few more dollars. But I've already pre-ordered my Halloween one already. But so they're going to be looking at a lot of different things. It was a really nice talk. She asked us where we were all from, who were floss tubers, who were not, and to give feedback. And she took a lot of notes. So I'm excited that, we might be seeing some more things coming out from Just Keeps, from the magazine, Just Cross Stitch. So I picked up, there was Sweet Wing Studio, which I had not heard of. So I picked up 2 of their patterns. One is called Measure Twice and Cut Once. That'd be cute for my sewing room. And then Miss July for July 4th. As you know, we're huge patriotic. And then I picked up this little box that says StitchCon, and you'll fold it, you'll fold it and put that together.
Nice.
That'd be something cute. Sambry Stitches, I really like her patterns, so I picked up some of hers. I already have a couple, but I really was looking for the Words to Live By. That's the patriotic edition. Her and I both share that our husbands are retired military. Her husband's Marine, Mike is Navy. So I really liked that. And this is one I wanted, was the Charlotte Hatch 1838 that goes around the spool.
Oh,
I
that's
have the
cool.
spool already. Yeah, so I thought that would be neat, and put my scissors in the top. And then I picked up from Jeanette Douglas, I picked up Home Together.
That is cute.
And Cecilia has another pattern out, Cecilia Turner, Heart and Hand. She has been doing these tiny towns. Super excited. I already have them pulled out of my stash as my 2024 new starts. And this one is called Seaside. So I already have Christmas, Halloween, and patriotic. Isn't that cute? And I'm going to
That's
make them all into
cool.
drums. Yep. Well, my finisher is going to make them into drums. And then the Stitchy bus at StitchCon, we have the Stitchy bus that takes us everywhere. So this year, Matilda drives the Stitchy bus, and this has been made by Finally a Farm Girl. So she made this. Isn't this adorable?
That
That's
is
just
cute.
so cute. So gotta make that. And then the last patterns I got was from Sue Hillis. Love her stuff. She was not feeling well, so she didn't attend Weekend B this year. But there's kind of a 2-parter. It's called Something Wicked, Box and Smalls, and Banner and Biscornu. So this is the first part, like this little, what I really liked was this banner right here as well. and
I like
the
I
drum.
like the bat carrying the scissors.
Yeah, I know. Isn't this great? I love this little thing. I think I have to make everything and I have to make it all. That one's got to happen. And then this banner right here. I'm gonna
Oh,
put it
that
up
banner is
close.
so cool.
This is what got me. It was the trunk show with the finished pieces. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta have that banner and I have to have that bat biscornu.
You have to send me
Wasn't
that
that
because
great?
Kayla would love that banner.
Yeah. So after I make it, I will let you borrow that pattern.
Okay, sure.
So also at StitchCon was a new designer or a new fabric dyer at one of the tables, and she was giving away a piece of her fabric. And it's called Wonderland Hand Dyed Fabrics. And I got a piece of Lugana 28 count, and it's called Mock Turtle. It's really pretty.
It's
If you can
pretty.
see some of the modeling right in here. Yeah, it's really pretty. I'm excited to try that and go up on her website and see what she has. So I'll link all that below. I'll pull up that information. So now my daughter-in-law will probably be very jealous, but Black Cat Stitchery had some project bags. I normally don't do a vinyl front or a zipper because I'm always afraid things are going to get caught in there or get stuck to the vinyl. So I'm really just a fabric only project bag person, but I couldn't pass this one up.
Leah
And look
would
at
fight
the
you for that.
inside, all that characters. Yes, she probably would. So I'm so
My
excited I got that bag.
sister-in-law, my sister-in-law would fight you for that.
Yes, I
Leah
know.
loves Belle.
She does. She really does. And Kayla, my daughter-in-law as well, is huge into Disney, so I know that they would love it. I was gonna get one for Kayla, but they only had ones left. So I was able to snag it because I saw someone else at another table that had it. I'm like, where did you get that? I have to have that. And so she got it in the annex. So I ran in there on another trip and picked that up. So
Yeah, it makes me
fabric.
want to go. That makes me want to go watch the OG Beauty and the Beast again.
Yeah, I know. I know. I love that. That is one of my favorites. I would love to see that on Broadway. Now that we're a little closer to the city, I would love to be able to go there before we move back to Michigan. But yeah, I've always wanted to see that one on Broadway. I just thought that would just be spectacular. So then I hit the fabric tables, which is where I really wanted to go. So Atomic Ranch Fabrics was there along with Grace Notes. So buckle up because I have a few. So I went in the first day, got a few off the table, had them cut. Then on Saturday, I waited for a lot to be cut, so there'd just be some smaller pieces. I know Michael's probably going to go to sleep. It's not that bad, but you know. So this one's just a quarter, and this one is called Aslan. It's kind of like a yellow tan based.
Kind of like that.
And this one is called Freeze, which is 28 count. And it's got kind of more of a gray undertone. And this one I thought was really cool. I have to figure out what I'm going to put on it, either like a Mirabilia or a really nice like Christmas, or I was thinking even the Mira, which is the Royal Christmas with but I'm afraid the reds will not probably cooperate. So I'm probably have to put that on something else. But this is called, I think it's pronounced Fawkes, Fawkes. And this is 28 count.
Oh, you know what that would
Pretty.
go good with?
What would
I
that go good
have a
with?
picture that I've been thinking about turning into a chart on my Pictopat. That's like a fiery, like skeletal scene kind of thing.
Mm,
that's got like a little bit of fire in it. That would
uh-huh.
be rough.
Yes. You gotta have the fabric first. Yep, there's Gizmo. And then this one is called Dune, and this one's 28 count too. And it's just a nice neutral fabric, just a really nice neutral. And then this one is very bad. I got a whole yard of it. And this is 18 count Ada called Wild Mint. And this is definitely one of to put at least two of my Mirabilias on there. That is going to definitely be. So then Grace Note Fabrics. I've picked up a couple. I ordered one of hers from Garage Stitchery, and then I ordered again from her website. Somehow I ordered the very same color because I must absolutely love it, and it's called Colleen. So what did I do at StitchCon? Just guess what I did. I bought the exact same fabric, Colleen, but I love it. I just love the blue. Is it not just spectacular?
It is. I love
I
blue. That's my
mean,
favorite
I
color.
just apparently am in love with this color because now I have three pieces. And then this one is called a smoothie. Most of mine are 18 or 28 count. That's my happy place. 18 count Ada or and then here is one called Sarah. It's got some greens and tans in it. Her dyeing and her fabric is so soft. That's what I love as well. And here is a pretty yellow. It's called White Peach Tea. Isn't that pretty? With all of the just the oh my gosh, I love the modeling of all of these. And this one is called Pistachio Frapple. Another
Oh,
neutral.
I like that one.
Yeah. And this is called Doris.
If y'all haven't figured out already, my mom is addicted to fabric.
I am. I really am. I love fabric.
She
And
probably
this one
has
is
more
called Earl
fabric
Grey.
than she will ever use in her lifetime.
So I have to live to be 200. I mean, well, just think what I don't use will get passed down.
I know, but like,
We all have stash, and some people collect thread. I love collecting fabric. I'm crazy about fabric and charts. So my charts now have gone to more of a collection than, but I have a lot. It's just there's so many great designers out there now, and there's so many new fabric dyers and everything. And it used to be your Ada you could only get in white or cream years ago in the 80s. And the fact now that they have all this over dyed, because 18 counts my happy place up to 28 count and then 28 count. So those are just my favorite. And I do 32 count as well, but
I stitch on
that's
everything.
kind of my happy place. Yeah. And Michael does it all. And then this is called Kenneth, which was another really nice neutral I wanted to put a sampler on it. So that's my fabric. It wasn't too bad, right? And it was wonderful. The amount of fabrics that they had there for those two
That's
dyers
what she
was great.
says.
Yeah. So that was really fun. And then I picked up a few things just off the freebie table. Like I got a couple little charts off the freebie table that people brought. I'll just show one or two of them. I got this, which I thought was really cute. I love winter
That is
and I don't
cute.
have
I like the
clearly enough
I like the
winter
wee little
things.
snowman.
Yeah. And this Thomas Kincaid. although it's a full coverage. I'm not
Oh, I
sure.
love Thomas
This
Kincaid.
one, I know you do. This one really might have to go to Michael because it's full coverage, and you all know how I feel about full coverage. So those are just a
Yeah,
couple little
just
things. He
so
had
just so
a
everyone
lot
knows,
on the brag table.
just so everyone knows, like this is how much I love Thomas Kincaid.
I'm going to
So,
get my smalls exchange gift while you speak.
um, everyone knows the Snow White project I've been working on. Um, that is a Thomas Kincaid. It was originally a Thomas Kincaid picture, which they turn in dimensions turn it into a actual project. Like Thomas Kincaid makes the most beautiful projects, pictures, everything. I'm telling you.
Yes, he loves Thomas Kincaid. Yeah, he's doing Snow White right now. So, I received Andrea's, I'm not saying last name or anything because just Andrea. I received her smalls exchange. Isn't this beautiful? Stitch some happy.
It's good.
It's just gorgeous. It's like a pin cushion. And then she got a little pair of scissors with it. That, and then she gave me a little Ort thing for traveling. That is StitchCon. Yes, and we have the little plastic. Michael, I've been doing that for years. I've been filling up the little plastic Christmas bulbs for my tree, or you can hang them anywhere all year long, really. You don't
This
just need them for your
this
tree.
is the big one. Like,
Mhm.
hold on a
Michael has
second.
already filled up. I think him and I both have filled up a little one already this year. Yeah. Yep.
I'm going from this size to this one.
hmm Yes. And then I just wanted to shout out a couple you Flosstubers that I met at StitchCon who were just so fun to talk to and to see again. One was Kia B, and always enjoy talking to her. She's just so sweet. And then
She's in my
Alicia, the
neighborhood.
full, yes, she's up on the north side there. Well, kind of in a way, Greenwood area.
No,
Um,
she's on the northern south side.
Side, yeah, that's it.
Because I'm on
And
like
then
the south
south
side.
side, yeah, he's like an hour south of Minneapolis. So Alicia with the fanciful flamingo, she is super fun to talk to and really enjoyed her sweet and kind words. And of course, Pam and Steph, you saw them immediately when they checked us in. And then there were just many more that I met that were bringing their things around or just walking around and got to talk to so many of the other floss tubers. So just thank you so much for just chatting. We had a really great time talking. So at StitchCon, obviously I worked on a couple things. I took way too many projects, but I was gone for 2 weeks. So and I wanted to start Kia B's Stitch Along. So, I had a few projects, but obviously at StitchCon, I only stitched on a couple because I was busy talking and walking around and looking at everybody what they're doing. It's so neat because everybody's working on something different and their taste, everyone's taste is different, obviously. But it was so neat to what everybody was doing. I really enjoyed just looking around.
Come
And
here.
then the brag table was amazing this year. So I videoed that. So Michael's going to put that at the end of our video for us. And it's about, I think, 9 minutes. I really took my time going across the tables. Just beautiful. There was one Death by Cross Stitch. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. I've thought about doing that one.
That is on my
Um,
list to work on. I just haven't got to
yeah.
it yet.
And there was one Jack and Sally, which I sent a picture to my daughter-in-law because she just loves that movie. And so, but it was just wonderful to see all the different pieces there as well. I mean, it's just beautiful. So I hope you stay till the end and watch that video. It was really good. And I'm sure a lot of the other floss tubers are doing the same thing. Um, but yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. And I went up there a couple times just to look again and just really, really neat. So that's all of StitchCon. Super excited. Can't hopefully make it back in next year with Michael. So now I think we'll move on. I know poor Michael, he's just like, Mom, are you ever going to be done with that? So now let's head into our WIPS because it's been a couple weeks. And if you saw our video from when I was there in Indiana, I got nothing done. Like, didn't get much done. So I stitched at StitchCon. I've stitched a day or two since I've been back, but work's been really busy this week since it's my first week back. So I'm gonna let Michael go because I think he's got some really great progress in some of his WIPs. Yeah. So go ahead. I want to see
So,
them.
as everyone knows, I started a new project last time called The
Hmm.
Wizard's View by Joan Elliott Designs. Um, it's on a Fortnite fabric. It's I want to say it's on 18 count. I can't
Okay.
remember. I know the fabric's called Doll Eyes. Um, and this is where I'm at so far.
Oh, I love the colors. And what's the name of that one again?
It's called A Wizard's View.
Hmm.
So there's that one. Putting it away so it's
That's
protected.
okay. I'm getting a few of mine out for everybody.
And then, as everyone knows, I've been working on this one for my wife because, as we just stated, she loves Nightmare Before Christmas. So I've made some quite the progress on it.
Oh, that looks wonderful. You can really start seeing the faces.
Yeah, it's the this one is like basically all confetti. Mom can
Yeah.
attest to it. There's so many colors. Like, I'll just show it.
Wow.
This is how many colors are in the
That's a lot.
project.
So there's at least 100 there,
Yeah,
probably.
there's 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 quite a lot. Um, so that's the second one I've been working on. And then everyone knows we've been doing the treasure island
Hmm.
stuff. Um,
Should we show that one together?
yeah, we can do that.
Because
Um,
I've made no progress. I'm still on part
I
3.
officially finished part 3.
I'm working
Woo!
on it. I'm at the start of part 3.
I will be starting part 4 sometime today.
Great.
I can promise you that. So, um, that is what I've been working on.
Okay, great. So I have just a couple that I worked on, and they're actually SALS too. So I'm just going to kind of combine all that together today. Pam with Pam and Stuff, if any of you are following her, she is doing hashtag Pam Survival Cell with praiseworthy stitches called Courage. So I'm working on that. So I did get a picture with Pam too with this. So we'll post that as well. And this is, if you can see it, this is as far as I got.
Yeah.
Some of the letters.
When mom was here, she was showing me all the threads she was going to be using for it. Once that project is done, it is going to be beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah. Once the darker pink really gets on there, yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous. And I'm gonna put my mother-in-law's initials because she's a breast cancer survivor. So I'm gonna do that for her. And then I've been working on My Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. Love her designs. So a friend of mine, we're actually doing it together through the guild, but this is where I'm at. So at StitchCon, I got all the letters, and then I got the eagle started and I finished some of this.
Wow,
So in
go
the midst of
mom.
talking with everyone. So I got a pretty good there. And then if you've been
Do you
following
ever
us,
really get anything done at a retreat?
I do and I don't. Like when I go to my room for the night, I always have a tiny thing in my room, like a tiny project if I want to stitch even more. But I enjoy talking to everybody and seeing what they're doing, and that's what I really have fun doing. Everyone in the
Mom
room
is
has the
so worried.
same interest.
Mom always texts me. She's like, what do you think I should take? And I'm
I
like,
know. I was
Mom,
like, which
why are
project should
you
I take on
so
my trip?
worried about what you're going to take? I said, because most of the times when you tell me what you did there, the things you tell me is you talked and
I
talked and
talked a lot.
talked. So
So yeah.
why worry about taking anything?
Well, you do. And, I've learned over the years of attending retreats, you don't take 10, you think you're going to work on them all and you might even finish some. No, it doesn't work that way. Plus, the time goes really fast. Like we were stitching one morning at our table, and Susan and I were just chatting, and next thing we know, it's noon, and I haven't gotten hardly anything done. So anyway, but I did get some progress and I did not stitch the first week I was gone just with the funeral and traveling, but yeah, so I've stitched a little bit since I got home. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. Um the roots, if you've been following us, thank you. I've been working on the root sampler that is my mom's side of the family for my grandparents, which is this one right here. And I'm going to be taking out these motifs, leaving this right here, and putting my grandparents' initials, my mother, my uncles, mine, and my sister and Michael's. And it's going to be kind of like a little family tree for that side of the family. So I'm super excited about that. And I showed it to my mom on this trip, and she really liked it. So this is where I'm at. I have almost all the alphabet done. I
Oh
just have
wow.
this piece of the alphabet. Yeah, so I got all that done at StitchCon. I made like really did make progress. I promise I did. So that was great. So I was able to do
The
that.
only thing you did make progress on.
I know. I stitched a little bit at the hotel in Indiana, but not much. Not a whole lot. At
No,
Grand
because
Stitchery.
someone turned the lights out on you.
So I have this funny story to tell you. So I think it was the first or second night we were there. So in our hotel, my mom and I, in two beds in there, and the far by the window is a really nice chair and light and everything. So I was sitting there stitching. And my mom, she was
I
really
think my
tired.
grandmother's becoming senile.
No, no. So yeah, she can be a challenge, but anyway. So I'm sitting there stitching and mom's watching the TV, whatever. So next thing I know, the TV goes off. I'm like, okay, well, she's probably going to go to sleep. And she turns all the lights off. I'm like, now I'm in the dark. Besides the light that's behind me, I'm like, Mom, what are you doing? Oh, are you still up? Yes, Mom. I'm stitching. So I
I'm
left just the
sitting in
light
the
on behind
chair.
me. It was so funny. I was just like, I think she forgot I was even there. And so I had my neck light too. So I had my um so the light behind me, which was actually really bright for a hotel. And then I had my neck light. And so I stayed up stitching, I think another hour or so. But Yeah, so that was like the funny thing of the trip too. So then I'm working on Sunshine and Blooms, which is by Teresa Koga, and this was the special um pattern that she made for Garan Stitchery, and I'm not very far on it at all. I just got the basket started. And I think I did work on that. It's actually at the hotel. I only got a very little bit done. Then I have like a new start whip. So at StitchCon, Kia B started a sale June 1st called Don't Be, which is BEE, Afraid Sale. If you haven't heard the story behind the sale, please go check it out. Please go check probably like 3 or 4 Flosstubes back, and she talks about that, and her son, um and how all of us in our lives, don't be afraid, just believe. It really touched me because it made me think of what I went through with my father. My dad died about 26 years ago from cancer as well, very unexpectedly. And so that was a really tough time because I was very young. My sister and I lost him while we were very young. Um, so this really, Michael was only 5. Yeah. So this chart really spoke to me, and I really wanted to do it with her. So it's by Twin Peaks Primitive. Here is, and this is the pattern.
Yeah,
So
that's going
on
to be
this one,
absolutely beautiful once it's finished.
I started right here in the middle, and I'm sort of like working my way, kind of like,
Oh, you
oh,
didn't
I'm
decide to
sorry,
start
it's
at the
turned.
border on
So
this
right
one?
here. No, I'm starting in the middle. I learned my lesson. So actually, because this is kind of backwards, so I worked in this area. So I also asked if I could have a picture with Kia because she was working on it too at StitchCon. She's already done the model, which is at Keepsakes, but she's doing it again, stitching it again. And so I was really honored to um get a picture with her, with both of us doing ours. And she was super nice enough to hand me her colored copy because she works from, a computer copy. Um, uh, and I can't think of the program because I don't use those. I'm old school. I still use paper. So that was super sweet because there was 2 symbols. Didn't realize like one was a dark and one was a light color. So that was very sweet of her. And so here is where I'm at. Here is where I'm at.
And my mother has passed down that tradition to me.
Mhm. Yep. So it's stitching along like really quickly. Like I did this well, it took me most of one day, but because I did have to frog a little bit. I started out with 2 strands on 28 count, and I did the beehive. And I'm like, I really don't like that. So I got the opinion of my table mates and said, what do you think? I think it's too clunky. And they agreed. So I had to frog the hive, and then I started again. And so then once I started with 1 strand, it really does move along. I just really, really like it. I really like it a lot. So I'm very honored to be doing that with Kia for our own individual reasons as well. So that sort of was a new start as well, in with, um, and then the 3 sales that I have going on, which, is the Kia B, Pam's, and our Treasure Island. So I need to print out part 4 because that came out yesterday. So that will be fun. You're what?
I'm still ahead.
Yes, I know. Michael's been the overachiever on our cell, but it's great. It's wonderful. I'm so excited. He's having fun, and he's really enjoying it and excited about what yesterday's pattern was. I forgot to ask you, do you have any new starts?
I do not,
Okay.
but if I get the Sal done in time and I finish my last 4, which I guess this kind of goes into WIPGO, so I guess I could kind
Yes,
of talk
please
about
go.
that at
Because
the same time.
yeah, Michael's doing great on his WIPCO. Me, not so much. With some life
So
things that have been happening, I'm really behind.
I have 4 days left on Kayla's project.
Hmm. Yep.
And that will be my last one for May. Yep.
Hmm.
And then I just have one for April and two for June I got catch up on.
Great.
Um, so like I said, if I get Treasure Island done in time, get part 4 done
You
quick
will.
enough.
Oh, you
Because
will.
as
Don't
as you
worry.
guys as you guys know, we do our videos every about 2 to 3 weeks, depending on
Right.
what's going on.
Hmm.
Um, if I can get if I can get part 4 done in time, um, with other non cross stitching stuff that I do, um, I'm gonna finish Kayla's project, and then I'm gonna finish my April, which is Mom will love this. Is 5 days on Saginaw.
Oh, wonderful. That is a full
So
coverage I thought I would do because I just loved it. And I'm from Michigan and it's off the Saginaw Bay. And I no, I couldn't do it. So I said to Michael, I'm like, could you do this for us?
so I'll be probably working on that, and then I may, if enough time is allowed, I may start on Frederick the Literate. It's up in a box up there.
That's the
Um,
cat. Is that the cat?
that's the cat one.
The
Yep.
cat.
So I
Yeah.
have to do. I'll be. Where's that? It's next to the Saginaw. So I'll be
Hmm.
start. I'll That will be a new start plus a whip because I'll work on it for 5 days,
Okay. Awesome.
and then in between I'll probably try and put a little bit more work on Wizard's View
Mhm.
because certain people want continual progress.
Yes. And I think we need to get you some more Krennic for that one too.
Yes, I need to get
So
that to you.
where are you at on that one? Did you start
Wizard's
it?
View? I showed it. That was the first one I showed.
So sorry. Shoot went right over my head for mom. What can I say? I'm like, I know. It's been a crazy couple weeks for me. So, well, good. I do recall, yes. I don't know why I didn't think it was that. I don't know why I didn't think it was that one. What was I thinking? Okay, I don't know. It just was one of those moments,
And
apparently.
then I need to look at the calendar. Okay. So, whoa, whoa, where I go? Okay. So, here's the dealio. I got this is part of the plans. Um, Me and my mother may or may not be doing our video on our 2 week plan because this guy is going to a concert in 2 weeks.
So that would be January 8th or July 8th. Why do I say January? July 8th. And I also may be unavailable because of the motorcycle group my husband's in. We have an event out in the park. So, yeah. So we may end up going almost 3 weeks. Maybe we can tape in the middle of the week or something. But yeah, we'll see. But if you don't see us in 2 weeks, it'll definitely be in three. So, and the 15th, yeah. Yep. So we tape and then Michael takes a day or two to edit, depending on his schedule. So yeah,
I have a weird work schedule, so
yeah. And so my plans are to catch up on some WIPGO, and I want to keep working on the SALS a little bit too. So but my plan is I'd like to catch up on my WIPCO squares,
she's
just
got some
from
catching up to
things.
do to me.
Yeah. So I think I have like 5 squares to catch up on. So mine are done like in hours pretty much, um, or days. So like, and it's
Oh,
yeah.
75K challenge.
Oh yeah, and then you have your group as well. I need to post in that. I haven't posted in that in like
I know I
But
haven't
I
either.
am keeping track. I just haven't posted. So I need to do that too over the next week. We can't see it. You might have to tip it backwards a little bit. That's a little bit,
It's not
yeah.
showing up. So I'm at a whopping 19,130. I'm so freaking behind. I don't know how I'm gonna do it.
I think last time I looked at my sheet, I'm in the 30,000s or close to 40. But we definitely have some overachievers in that group. I mean, they're amazing how much stitching that they get done. One of the gals is already, I think, at 75,000. So
Is it
I don't know how that
is it
happens.
Brent? Is it Brenda or is it Deborah
It's Deborah, I think.
like
Yeah.
way over a
Yeah.
hundred
From the
thousand
Ultimate
already?
Cross Stitch group on Facebook.
She's
She
already over a hundred
is,
thousand.
her needle's hot. That's all I gotta say. I mean, she's got a burning needle
But
because,
you have to give it to her. I'm pretty sure she's retired.
yeah,
So I mean, she's got nothing
yeah,
better to do. Like
right,
she can stitch all day long, unlike some of us.
right. Yeah. So, but yeah, she's super nice. I've known her for a while through the Ultimate Cross Stitch group. That's a group that does challenges throughout the year. And this year they're doing, I think, kind of like a year-long challenge. So I didn't do anything with that group this year, so I could do Michael's 75,000 group. And I really do need to get posting in there. But some of the people posting are really making progress, and some of their projects are really cute too. I really like them. So
I
yeah,
really like.
so I need to get on there.
I've been kind of seeing what Ginger Banks has been putting on there, and
Hmm.
she makes some really cute stuff.
She does. Yeah, she really does. Yeah.
She's
Yeah,
if
there's
no
some
one knows,
really good ones.
she's from our Ultimate Cross Stitching group as well.
Hmm. Yep.
Um, we befriended her a while ago, and she she
Hmm.
she does some bigger projects as well, but I think she does a lot of smaller stuff, and it's just
Hmm.
some of the stuff's just so cute.
Right. Yeah, it really is. It really, really is. Yeah. So that's kind of our plans for the next couple weeks. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm not traveling anywhere, and I'm going to be home for the whole month of July. Well, my husband and I are actually going to go next Saturday, though, on July 1st, here in Pencil. I live on the New York Pennsylvania line in the southern tier. So across into Pennsylvania, an hour and a half from here, I think maybe, is called the Grand Canyon of Pennsylvania. And so we're going to go check that out and go for a hike and stuff next Saturday. So I'm super excited about that. And then we have his motorcycle group function coming up in the park. Um, and then I think we're just going to be around doing things, for July. He's got some motorcycle riding, I think, to do. And then um, August, we're going to be taking a week and going up to Michigan, see our family for our summer trip. So that'll be really nice. And the end of August, we're heading up to 1,000 Islands, which is up here in New York, almost on I think the Ontario border of Canada. And they've got like a couple castles up there and a
Nice.
paddle boat ride. Yeah, so we're super excited. We're gonna go do that for my birthday. So
There's nothing
super
cooler than
excited.
castles.
Yeah. So it's like a ferry ride, from what I understand, to go to them, and then we're gonna do a dinner cruise and have dinner one evening. So I'm excited about that. So that's gonna be fun. So that's kind of what we have going on this summer. But my retreats are pretty much done for the year. I had some big ones, Garan and then StitchCon, and my EGA group got together a couple times. So, yep.
She's all pooped out for the year.
Yeah. So I retreated out for the year. But there's a lot of great retreats out there. If you want to go to a retreat, get signed up, get on their waiting list. Um, they're just so much fun, and you meet so many people with the same like-minded, interest that you have. And you come home with a lot of new friends, like just so many new friends. So definitely if you want to eat, and there's a lot of local ones, every state has several. Facebook,
Talking
if
about
you're on
locals,
Facebook,
talking about locals, I don't know. if a lot of people um know about the LNS that was close to where I live.
Mhm.
Um, the owner, she passed away, I think it was
About
back
6 weeks ago.
in
Mhm.
April.
Mhm.
Um, and the ladies that were running it with her tried to run it it wanted to keep it running, and it just ended up becoming too much for them. Um, so unfortunately they had to close their doors.
Mhm. The
Um,
end of May. Yeah.
so
Very sad. Very, very sad. It was a very nice, quaint little store. Yeah.
yeah,
We always went there. Yeah. Very sad. Very unexpected. So,
it was,
yeah,
yeah,
that was very sad. Yeah. But yeah, as I was saying, if you go on Facebook, there's a Facebook group called Stitchers Escape, and they're always posting like retreats, even like the stitching cruises. One of the gals at my table at StitchCon is doing the British Isles next year. Um, so she won't be at StitchCon.
that would be
And
so much
yeah, that'd
fun.
be really neat to do an overseas one, even or a local. I did one a couple years ago, the stitching, Spirit of Stitching, and we just went to the Caribbean, but it was like a 4 or 5 day, or I think it was a week. I was going a week, like 6, 7 day one. And they brought in a couple designers. Like I took a Terry Bay class in white work, which I'd not done before. And so that was really
An
fun. And then the
Alaskan
days you're
stitching
at sea,
cruise.
yeah.
That would be
And then you're
fun.
at the days you're out to sea, you're in a class. And then the days you're in port, obviously you go and do your own thing at the port, or a bunch of us would sit just out in the chairs on the decks and stitch. And so that was really fun too. But yeah, I'd like to do an Alaska cruise. She was supposed to do one after that, but COVID was here, and we ended up 2 years in a row canceling because the ship couldn't go to British Columbia. And so, but I'd like to get on either just an Alaskan cruise or a stitching Alaskan cruise. That would be really fun. I really do want to go there. So yeah. But anyway, we appreciate you joining us today. We thank all of you for watching. Thank you so much for our new subscribers. It was really fun to meet some of you at StitchCon that did recognize me. So that was really fun. So thank you
We're
so much for your kind words.
famous.
Yeah. And we look forward to seeing you in a couple weeks. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. We'd love to answer those for you. Um, and I am on my one, I think the last video, I did get a comment about where to look for a Polish sampler. So I am going to be looking into that. The name that I was given, I have that written down to see what I can find on my dad's side of the family, which would be really neat. So thank you for that. And thank you for your kind comments. I do receive some comments privately. So thanks so much. Michael and I are having a great time. And so we will see you in a couple weeks.